Hello, everyone, and welcome to Welland Stadium. The pond as we're just moments away from first pitch between the Barrie Baycats and the Welland Jackfish. Welland off to a great start so far this season, 6-1 and 4-0 record here at home. On the mound today, the Jackfish will send their ace, Jake Harford, to the mound. The right-hander off to a great start so far this season, 2-0, 13 inning pitched, 0.69 ERA, and 14 strikeouts to his ledger so far this season. That ERA at 0.69 is good for first in all of the IBL through his 2 starts, and 14 strikeouts, that ranks fourth in the Intercounty Baseball League. Facing off against him today for the lineup for the Baycats looks like this. Leading off and playing center field is Noel McGarry Doyle. Owen Jansen plays second base and bats second. James Anderson, the right fielder, hits third. Adam Odd, the first baseman, bats fourth. Marcel Lacoste, the catcher, hits fifth. Mike Duin plays left field and bats sixth. Carson Burns, the shortstop, hits seventh. The DH, Mike Cicchetto, bats eighth. And Brandon Cawley, the third baseman, bats ninth to round out the order. So Noel McGarry Doyle, the center fielder, left-handed hitter, stands into the box as the first hitter today to face off against Harford. McGarry Doyle off to a good start so far this year, hitting .304 out of that leadoff spot for the Baycats. Harford is ready, and here's the first pitch of the ball game. Is slashed away foul down the third base side, and Harford jumps ahead 0-1. Harford, as I mentioned off the top of the broadcast, has been so effective, and that in large part has to do with him being able to get ahead of hitters in the count. And he gets ahead quickly to McGarry Doyle. The 0-1 pitch on the way is fouled straight back off the screen. And now he's ahead 0-2. Up 0-2 in the count. He's gone with 2 fastballs to start. Both looks like McGarry Doyle has been late. So we'll see if he goes with the fastball again, try to get it past him, or if he brings something off speed. As here comes the 0-2 on the way from Harford. He did go with the fastball, but he missed up high. And the count's now 1-2, and I think that's the best game plan, is to keep going with that fastball. If you see the hitter not able to catch up to it, keep pounding it, but he missed now, so now possibly a breaking ball coming. Here comes the 1-2. He missed outside, and the count's even now at 2-2. Owen Jansen waits on deck, the second baseman, and then James Anderson after him. Harford's got his sign. And the 2-2 pitch is on the way. Fouled straight back down the third baseline, actually. And it's 2-2. All fastballs so far, as he got in on the hands of McGarry Doyle right there. And the count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaks out the changeup and gets the strikeout. And the first out of the game for the Jackfish.
Batting second baseman number 14, Owen Jansen.
So he started off the at-bat with just fastballs, then switched it up, gave him something off-speed to get the strikeout, and that'll bring up now the left-handed hitting James Anderson, or Owen Jansen, excuse me, the second baseman. Getting a shot here in the first inning, hitting .333 on the year. He's also driven in a run. Batting up top in this lineup. The first pitch to him is outside. And it's 1-0. Also for Harford, talked about the strikeouts with 14, but only 2 walks allowed so far this season in those 13 innings pitched. So he's getting ahead of hitters, and he's putting them away as well, as the 1-0 pitch is on the way, and it's grounded foul just wide of first. And the count's now even at 1-1. And that's why he's been able to get so deep into ball games, because he gets ahead of the hitters quickly and then able to put them away quickly as well, as the count's even now at 1-1. Harford comes set at the belt, and the 1-1 pitch is on the way again. Drifts outside, and that's a few times now in these first 2 hitters that Harford has missed with the fastball to the arm side. Try to zone it back in now as Owen Jansen steps out of the box, taking a little while to get set. Now he gets back in. Harford's ready, and here comes the pitch. fouled straight back, just over our heads here, back into the parking lot. Jansen, the Oakville native in his second season with the Baycats. Played college ball at St. Leo University. Played second base and third base a lot in college. He started the season here playing in the outfield mostly for the Baycats. Now he is playing second base today as he takes outside. Taking quite a while to get back in the box. That's something you notice here early on from him. Steps out, really likes to focus in on the pitcher. But now he's finally back in, and the pitch from Harford on the way. Popped up on the infield. Dupuis calling for it, now underneath it, and it finally comes down in the glove of Dupuis. And there's two away, and when I say finally, I mean that ball hung up in the air for had to have been 10 seconds. Seemed like Dupuis called him off, was standing at around the cut of the grass, and had to keep waiting and waiting for that ball to finally come down. But when it did, it nestled into the glove for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up James Anderson, playing in right field today, the first right-handed hitter Harford was seeing. He breaks a bat as the ball's grounded to third. Romanen picks it up, throw on the run, bounces it over there, picked up nicely by over there at first base by Porcelato, getting his first start here in Welland Stadium, and that's 3 up, 3 down for Harford in the first inning. So the Jackfish don't allow any runners. They're coming to bat in the bottom of the first here at Welland Stadium. And we're back here as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Jackfish coming up to bat for the first time today as they face off against Baycat starter Juan Benitez. Benitez, through 10 2/3 innings this season, has given up 7 runs. He's got a .590 ERA, walked 4, and struck out 8. And the lineup that he'll be facing off against today for the Jackfish looks like this. Gio Morello, the center fielder, bats leadoff. Tyler Dupuis plays second base and hits second. Brandon Nicholson plays right field and hits third. Sam Cocker, the catcher, in that cleanup spot. Mattingly Romanen plays third base and bats fifth. Mateo Porcelato, as I said, getting his first start here in Welland, plays first base and bats sixth. Matt Hildebrandt, the DH, hits seventh. Ethan Hunt playing left field today, bats eighth. And then Mike Wagner, the shortstop, rounds out the order and bats ninth. These two teams faced off against each other last year in the IBL playoffs, and in Game 2 of that series, Juan Benitez got the start for Barrie, and he got the win in that game, 6 2/3 innings, just giving up 2 runs. It was former Jackfish first baseman Griffin Keller catching him for a home run in that game. So the Jackfish are going to try to turn it around now and see if they can get some more runs off this right-hander, who had a good first start to the season against Hamilton, went 7 innings, allowing no runs as he rocks and fires. First pitch to Morello just grazes the outside corner, and the count's 0-1. And then in his second start against London, could only get 3 2/3 innings into the game as Morello swings and misses at a fastball on the outside. And it's 0-2. 3 2/3 innings, gave up 7 runs on 7 hits. He also walked 4 batters in that game. As here comes the 0-2 to Morello, swinging, or a foul at the plate. From up here, it looked like Morello swung over the top of it, but he just fouled it down into the dirt. And he stays alive at 0-2. So that'll be a point of emphasis here for the starter Benitez. Stay around the strike zone, not allow as many walks as he did in that last start against London. As here comes another 0-2 pitch, drifts outside. And the count's 1-2. He got ahead quickly to the leadoff hitter Morello with Tyler Dupuis, the second baseman, waiting on deck. Benitez working quickly, and the 1-2 pitch rifled right back up the middle. That's a base hit for Morello to start off the ball game for the Jackfish. He got a pitch out over the plate with 2 strikes, and he absolutely smoked it back up the middle. Almost caught a piece of Benitez on the mound, but it squirted into center field, and now here comes Tyler Dupuis with a runner on first base. That's one of the harder hit balls we've seen off the bat of Morello this season as he takes his lead off of first base. Good speed over there. 7 stolen bases as he's not running on the first pitch, and Dupuis swings and misses at a ball at the letters. And it's 0-1. Dupuis off to a great start at the plate. 345, driven in 6 as well. That's good for 5th in the IBL. And now he bats with a runner at first base. The 0-1 pitch is inside. And it's even at 1-1. For Morello over there at first base, he's with his 7 stolen bases, 3rd on the team. As the Jackfish like to move around on the base pass, still not running, pitches up and in. And the count's 2-1, and it looks like Benitez really wants to establish that inside fastball early on to the right-handed hitter Dupuis. All 3 pitches have been on the inside. That one just a little too far. And now Dupuis ahead in the count, 1-2. Morello dancing off first. That's a breaking ball that just bends into the zone for strike 2. And the count's now even at 2-2. And there goes Morello, and it's fouled away. Looked like another breaking ball. It was on the inside part of the plate. So Morello's got to go back, and the pitch may have been off the plate inside, but with 2 strikes you got to protect, and that's exactly what Dupuis did. Just fouling it into the seats behind that Baycats dugout. But Morello was on the move in the 2-2 count, so we'll see if he's running here once again. And there's a throw over to first. Morello easily back. Now he's got to see what that pickoff move looks like from Benitez. Short lead over at first. Once again a throw over, this time back standing up. Again, this is good for the Jackfish when you can get the pitcher to split his attention between the runner and the hitter. See if you can get a pitch out over the plate for Dupuis. This next pitch is grounded right back up the middle. Picked up by Burns. Flip it to second for 1. Throw it back to first. A double play. Burns to Jansen to Odd. Dupuis bounces into a double play, and there's 2 gone.
Batting third, right fielder number 13, Nicholson.
From up here, it looked pretty close over there at first base. Kind of hard to tell with Dupuis' speed getting up the line, but there are 2 away now for the number 3 hitter and right fielder, Brandon Nicholson, hitting .406 on the year so far as it's a breaking ball inside. And the count's 1-0. He also leads the team in RBIs with 10. So he's been batting in that 3 spot all season long. Here comes the 1-0. Belted in the air, center field. Moving over is McCary Doyle, now into the alleyway. He stops, reaches up, and makes the catch to retire the side. The Jackfish get one on, but can't move him past first base as we go to the top of the second.
T-shirt toss presented by
Top of the second we go. Harford back out on the mound. And the first pitch of the inning is inbound. Swing and a miss. From Adam Odd, the first baseman, getting his first at-bat here. The left-handed hitter hitting .250 on the year. After him, the catcher Marcel Lacoste, and then Mike DeWin due up after that. The 0-1 pitch from Harford misses outside. And the count's even at 1-1. One pitch blown past him at the letters. And it's 1-2, and early on in this game, it doesn't look like this Baycats lineup has been able to catch up to the fastball that Harford is featuring early on. As he gets ahead 1-2, got two swings and misses on high fastballs as he fires the 1-2 pitch. Another fastball just misses above the letters. And it's 2-2, and it's also been a point of emphasis for Harford to get that fastball over early. And he's done that with effectiveness so far as he sits in a 2-2 count with the number 4 hitter, Adam Odd. Set at the belt, and here comes the 2-2 offering. Fouled away third base side. And the count remains at 2-2. And both starting pitchers, Benitez and Harford, looking like they want to work quickly. A little bit of different styles. Benitez pitching out of the full windup. Harford always staying out of the stretch as he delivers the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 on the inside corner. He got him looking, and there's one away. Just got it on the inside corner. Adam Odd thought the ball may have been inside off the plate, but home plate umpire Ben Mercier gets the call. So there's one gone now as Marcel Lacoste, the catcher, steps up, hitting .300 on the season. A good start to the year. The Gatineau, Quebec native, again, stands in the left-handed batter's box. As Harford's seen a lot of lefties to start this game against the Baycats as he fires one down below the knees. And the count's 1-0. This is Lacoste's second season playing for the Baycats. Went to Texas West A&M. And the 1-0 pitch to him, fired right down the middle. That's a strike. And it's 1-1. Also played at Western Texas College in Snyder. Catcher and an infielder for this Baycats team. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Hit in the air, left field. Romana, the third baseman, going into foul territory, but that ball's going to drop foul just behind the Jackfish bullpen. And the count's now 1-2. Harford getting ahead of a hitter once again. He's been effective here early on. As Lacoste waits in the batter's box, Mike DeWin, the left fielder, stands on deck. The 1-2 pitch, outside and high. And I mentioned that before. He seems to be missing arm side with that fastball. Maybe just trying to overthrow it a little too much with 2 strikes. As the count's now even at 2-2, he looks in for his sign. He got it. Comes set, and the pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning, and there's 2 away. So the first strikeout of the inning comes in the looking variety on the inside part of the plate, and then the next one, swinging variety on the outside part of the plate. Able to move that ball around as now he faces his second right-handed hitter of this game, Mike DeWin, the left fielder. The first pitch to the Baycats left fielder just misses high. And it's 1-0 DeWin in the batter's box with no batting gloves. Not something you see too often. If you remember on the Jackfish, DH Matt Hildebrand, also a guy who likes to go with no batting gloves. The 1-0 pitch to him is high once again. And the count's now 2-0, and this is really the first time Harford has fallen behind a Baycats hitter here working in his second inning as he's behind 2-0, and here comes the offering. Fouled straight back, got in on his hands. And the count's now 2-1 as DeWin steps out of the box. Taking his time, now he's back in there. Hartford back on the rubber. Carson Burns, the shortstop, waiting on deck. Perfect breaking ball, just drops in there. And it's 2-2, and that right there is a byproduct of being able to get that fastball inside to these right-handed hitters when you're able to break off a breaking pitch like that. And swing and a miss, got the fastball past him as Hartford strikes out the side here in the second. No runners get on for the Baycats. The game has no score as we go to the bottom of the second.
Down to the concourse.
Bottom of the second we go. Jackfish catcher Sam Cocker batting cleanup today. Stands into the box. First pitch from Benitez is low. And the count's 1-0. Cocker off to a great start so far this year, not only on the offensive side, the defensive side as well, as he takes down at the knees. That's strike one. He's been able to work with the pitching staff effectively and has hit to the tune of a .417 average. Good for fifth in the IBL. Next pitch, grounded foul at the plate. And it's 1-2. Pitch got inside on him. As Benitez continues to work quickly, gets back on the rubber, looking in for the sign already. Now he's got it, and here comes the 1-2. Fouled at the plate. Not held onto by the catcher Lacasse. He tried to trick Ben Mercier. Picked it up, put the tag on Cocker, but he wasn't buying it. So the count is 1-2 to the Jackfish catcher, steadying his bat just over the plate. And here comes the pitch from Benitez. Breaking ball grounded out to shortstop. Burns picks it up on a backhand fire across the diamond in time. And there's quickly one away here in the Jackfish half of the second.
Batting fifth, third baseman, number 5.
Carson Burns at shortstop. We'll take a look at the rest of the defense. On the infield, Brendan Cawley plays third base. Owen Jansen at second base. Adam Odd plays first. In the outfield, Mike DeWin. In left field, Noel McGarry Doyle plays center. James Anderson is the right fielder. And then behind the plate is Marcel Lacasse as he forms the battery with the starter Juan Benitez. Out of the full windup, first pitch to Roman and is laced into left field. It's down for a base hit. Picked up by DeWin, Romanen gets to first, and there's a runner on now as here comes the number 6 hitter, Matteo Porcelato.
Batting 6, first baseman
Romanen out of the lineup for a few games, now back at his normal spot in third base, hitting 5th in this lineup, and he got that pitch on the inside. Was able to pull his hands in, though, and get a well-struck base hit into left field. As he takes his lead off of first pitch to Porcelato is poured over the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Porcelato hitting .200 on the season, has gotten into 3 games so far, all on the road, so getting his first chance here to hit at home. Next pitch to him is hit into the gap. That ball's going to get down, and Romanen's motoring around second. He's getting the wave from Coach Rick Piliteri. Touches the corner. He's coming to the plate. There will be no throw, and it's 1-0 Jackfish on an RBI double from Matteo Porcelato. So back-to-back hard-hit balls for the Jackfish. That time it was the left-handed hitting Porcelato going the other way, taking that outside pitch, driving it into the alley. Out there in left center field, rolled all the way to the fence. And that good speed showing once again as Romanen was able to motor around the pillows. Scoring from first base, and now Hildebrandt stands in and fouls one down the third base side into the parking lot. So he's behind in the count, 0-1. Porcelato takes his lead off of second base in those 3 games that he's played so far for Welland. Has 1 stolen base. The 0-1 to Hildebrandt drifts outside, and it's 1-1. Probably not a situation for a stolen base here with the left-handed hitter at the plate. And a guy with lots of power. Still looking for his first home run on the season. Hit 7 a year ago. 1-1 count. And here comes the offering from Benitez. It's outside. They throw down to second. It's not going to be in time, and it gets past Burns. Porcelato's going to go to third base, so a defensive miscue there by the Baycats and catcher Marcel Lacasse. And now there's a runner just 90 feet away at third base as the Jackfish try to push another one across here in the second.
Brent, you got a sec? No. Oh, he's put it under Ethan Pascal. No, he just told me what to do here. I just got to enter it back in the system.
So it's a 2-1 count. Hildebrandt now hitting with a runner at third base. Pitch is fouled away once again down that third base side. And it's 2-2. That's twice in this at-bat that Hildebrandt has fouled one into the seats. As it's now a 2-2 count as he tries to battle here with 2 strikes. And the offering from Benitez once again fouled away. And the count remains at 2-2. In their last home game, Hildebrandt saw some shifting. But the defense seems to be playing pretty straight up. With a runner at third base, those shifts obviously came with no runners on. As he tries to get that run home from third. The 2-2 just down low below the knees. And the count runs full. Taking a look at Porcelato over there at third base, really aggressive base runner. Getting a big lead, bouncing off, trying to be a distraction to the starting pitcher. As Benitez comes set, the full count pitch is inside. He walked him. So Hildebrandt goes down to first base. And now Ethan Hunt, the left fielder, is going to get a shot here with 2 runners on.
Number 25, Ethan Hunt.
So Ethan Hunt playing in left field today. Was playing third base for this Jackfish squad, now getting his first start in the outfield. In college, he did play some center field. So the outfield's not foreign to him as he stands in the right-handed batter's box, takes on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Hunt hitting .273. He has 5 RBIs, also has a home run this year, as he's got 2 runners out there right now. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball up high. And the count evens out at 1-1. Benitez on the mound with runners on, taking a little more time, going behind the rubber, rubbing up the baseball. But now he has the sign come set, and the 1-1 pitch. Just on the corner, strike 2. A perfectly executed fastball from Benitez, just at the knees, shaving the outside edge. And he gets ahead now 1-2, and if you're Hunt, you want to put a ball in play here. With a runner over there at third, don't want to strike out in this situation. The count is 1-2, with 1 away in the inning. Jackfish lead it 1-0. The 1-2 pitch, fouled away. Just over the protective netting. And the count remains at 1-2. Matt Hildebrandt walked. He stands at first base. Mateo Porcelato over there at third. He hit a double and then advanced on the throwing error by the catcher Lacasse. And here comes the 1-2 to Hunt. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove. He chased a high fastball and there's 2 away. So now here comes the shortstop, Mike Wagner. And this would be a huge scenario to get a massive 2-out hit. Put more than 1 run on in this second inning. First pitch to Wagner, taken outside corner. That's strike 1. And the count quickly goes to 0-1. Wagner hitting .300. A great guy to have batting down there in that 9 spot. Hits for a high average. Has also stolen a base. He has driven in a run as well, as now there's a conversation behind the mound between second base umpire Scott Costello and the Baycats starter Benitez. Not sure exactly what the conversation was about. But everything gets sorted out. Benitez is back on the mound as he gets his sign. And the 0-1 to Wagner. Again on the outside corner. And it's 0-2. That's that exact same spot he got the first strike call on. See if he stays out there now with an 0-2 count. And the pitch to Wagner. This one is outside, but it's also high. So the count's now 1-2. And early on, getting that first run is important, but don't want to strand those 2 runners out there either. Against a starter like Benitez. The next pitch, grounded out to shortstop. Burns backs up, picks it up, fires it to second to retire the side. So the Jackfish get a few runners on, only push 1 across as they lead it 1-0 as we go to the top of the third. Top of the third inning now. First pitch, swing and a miss. From Carson Burns, the shortstop. Harford off to a good start in this game. Struck out the side in the second inning. One looking, two swinging. The 0-1 pitch to the shortstop. Outside corner. And it's strike two. Ben Mercier behind the plate has been calling that all game long. That outside corner's been a strike. And the count's now 0-2. Harford's pitch is inbound. It's grounded weakly. Foul third base side. And the count's 0-2. Pitch is up high. The count's now 1-2, as the DH Mike Cicchetto stands on deck. Brendan Cawley, the third baseman, due up after him. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Harford. Hit in the air, center field. Morello moving into the alleyway. Now he pulls up and makes the catch. There's one away, as Morello had to go a long way to make that play, but he made it look easy. And there's one gone. So one away now as the DH Mike Cicchetto steps in, and that play in center field off the bat looked like the ball was going to get down in the gap. But Morello showing great closing speed to get over there to make the play. He actually started this season playing over at first base. The Jackfish have experimented with a couple first basemen as Cicchetto bounces one right back to the mound. Harford picks it up. Easy throw to first base. And there's quickly two away as Harford continues to mow down this Baycats lineup.
Third baseman number 17, Brendan Cawley.
So now here comes the number 9 hitter, Brendan Cawley, the third baseman. Hitting 154 on the year. Righty against righty. First pitch is just high above the letters. And it's 1-0 after him. We'll go back to the top of the lineup. Noel McGarry Doyle will get a shot here in the third if Cawley can find a way on. Harford's 1-0. Poured over the middle. And the count's now even at 1-1. Two out here in this third inning. Jackfish lead it 1-0. They got that run back in the second on an RBI double from Mateo Porcelato. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball grounded down the line. Just foul. Called by third base umpire Ryan Jackson. Just to the left of the chalk. If that ball gets over the base, likely could go down the line for extra bases, but baseball is a game of inches, and it just missed. So that'll just go down as a strike, and now Harford ahead in the count, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, strike three called on the outside corner. He got him. 3 up, 3 down once again as we go now to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning now. Gio Morello, we go back to the top of the lineup as he stands in, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Counts 0-1. Benitez again working quickly out of the full windup. Morello bounces the ball to the right side. Benitez off the mound, picks it up, flipped to first just in time to record the first out. That was a great athletic play by the pitcher Benitez to get off the mound, glove it, and then flip it to first to get a speed.
Now he's got to add your audio.
It's the bottom of the fourth inning now as the Jackfish lead 2-1. And we apologize for the technical difficulties we were having here to start off this game, as the Jackfish do lead it 2-1 as we play in the fourth inning. The Baycats scored back in the top half of the fourth on an RBI single from James Anderson. So now the lead is cut in half. As standing in the box right now is Mateo Porcelato, and he takes inside for a ball. And the count's now 2-2. To finish off that fourth inning, Porcelato at first base made a great defensive play, diving, keeping his foot on the bag as he swings and misses and strikes out for the first out of this inning. But going back to that defensive play, he dove, keeping his foot engaged with first base, able to stay on the bag and make the catch. And that was a double play to get out of the inning. So now here comes the left-handed hitting DH Matt Hildebrandt with one out. Ethan Hunt, the left fielder, waiting on deck. Hildebrandt, left-handed hitter, standing in against the righty Benitez. First pitch to Hildebrandt, belted in the air, center field. Moving in as the center fielder, Gary McDoyle, and he's there. McGarry Doyle, comes in, reaches up, and makes the catch. And there's two out. Hildebrandt hit that ball hard and looked like it was sinking quickly into center field. But McGarry Doyle, that's twice now we've seen. He's got great closing speed. He was able to run a ball down in the gap back in that first inning. And now this time coming in, makes the catch. So there's two gone as Ethan Hunt, the left fielder, gets a chance to hit. The first pitch to Hunt, swing and a miss. Benitez got it past him, and he's behind in the count 0-1. Mike Wagner, the shortstop and number 9 hitter, waiting on deck. Benitez working quickly from the windup. Hunt slashes the ball away, foul. First base side. And he's down in the count now 0-2. And this is a big spot if Hunt can get on. Guaranteed that that top of the lineup would lead off that next inning as he takes down low for a ball. And it's 1-2. Hunt, in his first time up, struck out swinging. He's behind 1-2. Pitch down low, bounces in the dirt. And the count's even at 2-2 as he tries to work back in this count. He's evened it up. Benitez taking a moment behind the mound. Now he gets on the rubber. He's got his sign, and here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball, check swing, foul down the first base side. And the count remains at 2-2. This ball's cracked in the air, left field. Coming on is Duin. He's there to make the catch. And the inning is over, so 3 up, 3 down. Go the Jackfish here in the fourth. They lead it 2-1 as we move to the top of the fifth.
Catcher number 13.
Fifth inning we go. The catcher, Marcel Lacasse, leads off the inning for the Baycats. Due up after him, the left fielder, Mike Dewin, and then Carson Burns. The shortstop will bat third in this inning. Harford has had a strong start so far, pitching into the fifth inning. First pitch is hit in the air, center field. Gio Morello backing up, still going back. Now he makes the catch. Just in front of the warning track, almost dead center. And one pitch, one out to start this fifth inning for Jake Harford.
Mike Dewin.
So now here comes Mike Dewin, the left fielder. Struck out swinging his last time up. That was in that second inning when Harford struck out the side. Quickly one away. And the first pitch to Dewin. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. It's 0-1. Romanen and Porcelato both crashing hard when the bunt was shown, as they play even with the bags. Next pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss from Dewin. And it's 0-2. Jackfish lead it 2-1. Playing here in the fifth inning. Harford set at the belt. And here comes the 0-2 offering. Breaking ball, missed it down low. And the count's now 1-2. Harford taking his time, now getting back on the rubber, looks in for the sign. Shakes off once, now he's got the pitch he wants. And the 1-2 pitch is inbound, fouled straight back at the plate. Looked like a breaking ball hung up there at the top of the zone. DeWin was only able to foul it back. Just missed it, but not the spot you want to be living with 2 strikes if you're the starter Harford. As he tries to put away the Baycats left fielder, here comes the 1-2 pitch, fouled away. First base side. And the count remains at 1-2. That was a better spot for Harford, pitching on the outside corner. DeWin just able to reach out and foul it away to keep his at-bat going. As he awaits another 1-2 pitch from Harford. It's on the way. In the air, left field. Going over his hunt, still moving. Now he slows up, reaches out, makes the catch. So 2 fly ball outs here in this 5th inning, and there's 2 gone. Fly ball to center field, fly ball to left field. For the 2 outs, and Carson Burns, the shortstop, comes up now. He lined a ball to center field in his last at-bat that was caught by the center fielder Morello. The left-handed hitter facing the right-handed pitching Harford. And the first pitch of this at-bat is swung on and missed by Burns. And the count's 0-1. Burns hitting in the 7 spot today. Came into this game hitting 182 on the season. If he can find a way on, the DH Mike Cicchetto will get an opportunity. Next pitch is swung on and missed once again from Burns. And the count's 0-2. Harford using that fastball effectively here in this at-bat to the Baycats shortstop. He's set. And here comes the 0-2 pitch, drifts outside. And it's 1-2, and that's something that has been around all game for Harford, as well as he's pitching. When he does miss, he seems to miss with the fastball to the arm side. As he tries to zone it back in now, and this fastball on the outside corner, slashed in the air to left field, coming over his Hunt, makes the catch in the alley to get out of the inning. That ball was tattooed into left field. But Ethan Hunt showing great speed from left, making the play to retire the side. Jackfish still lead at 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the fifth inning now, number 9 hitter Mike Wagner leads things off for Welland. Left-handed hitter facing off against Benitez, takes down low. And it's 1-0. The third baseman, Brendan Cawley, playing close on the grass line as it's hit back up the middle. Nice play. Throw it to first in time. Owen Jansen with a great defensive play, backhanding that ball up the middle, throwing across his body to retire Wagner, and there's one away. Put a star next to that one. As he gets the first out, and they go back to the top of the lineup now as Gio Morello, the center fielder, bats with nobody on and one away. Jackfish lead at 2-1. First pitch to Morello, hit into left field, coming on as a left fielder to win, lays out and makes the catch. 2 gone on 2 outstanding defensive efforts for the Baycats. So the first hitter of this inning, Wagner, hit a ball up the middle that looked like he was going to get into center field. Was thrown out by the second baseman, Jansen, and then that ball off the bat of Morello looked like it was going to get down in left field before Mike DeWin sprawled out and made the play. So there's 2 gone now for Tyler Dupuis, the second baseman. Benitez works out of the full windup pitch, up and in. Dupuis had to bend out of the way. He got out of the way safely, but Benitez has come inside more than once to these right-handed hitters today. Next pitch, rifled right to the shortstop, Burns. And the inning is over, so a quick inning. The Jackfish hit the ball hard, but don't have anything to show for it. It's still 2-1 Welland as we go to the 6th. Sixth inning we go as this game is moving right along. Hartford still out there, 66 pitches through 5 innings. Glad to have you along with us today. I'm Brendan Lang as the Jackfish lead it 2-1. And Mike Cicchetto, the designated hitter, leading off this 6th inning for the Baycats. The right-on-right matchup. First pitch to Cicchetto, bounced on the ground. It's foul. And Hartford's ahead 0-1. Cicchetto bounced a ball back to the mound his first time up. Weekly hit right back to Hartford, made an easy play of it. So he tries to get on for the first time today. Still looking for his first hit on the season. 0 for 7 to start the year for the Baycats DH as that pitch just drifts outside. And it's 1-1. He's the number 8 hitter, so waiting on deck is the number 9 hitter, Brendan Cawley. And then we'll go back to the top of the order in Noel McGarry Doyle. He's due up third in this inning. The 1-1 pitch to Chichetto. Outside once again. And the count's now 2-1. Harford pitching out of the stretch as he looks in for the sign. He's got it now, the 2-1 pitch on the way from Harford over the outside corner, and it's 2-2, and Chichetto looks back and has some words for home plate umpire Ben Mercier, as it looked like those two pitches were in similar locations. One was called a ball, one was called a strike, and the count's even at 2-2, and before the 2-2 offering, time is called at the plate by the Baycats' designated hitter. As he steps out, now he's back in the box and he's ready to go. Harford ready on the mound. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chichetto hits it out there to second base. Diving play by Dupuis, and he makes the catch. Tyler Dupuis comes out of nowhere and picks it off the grass for the first out of the inning. Wow.
Third baseman number 17, Brendan Colley.
The ball wasn't hit all that hard, and it looked like it just kept slicing away from the second baseman Dupuis. But he stuck with it, laid out, and made a gorgeous play for the first out of the inning. And now this pitch is fouled straight back by the number 9 hitter, Brendan Colley. So a couple great defensive plays in the bottom half of the 5th for the Baycats defense. And now here in the 6th, the Jackfish answering right back with a great play of their own. Next pitch inside to Colley. And the count evens up at 1-1. Struck out looking in his first at-bat, the Baycats' third baseman. Sitting in a 1-1 count, breaking ball inside. Just clipped his elbow off that elbow pad. Didn't really make much of an effort to get out of the way, but nonetheless, he's on first base with a hit by pitch. It was a breaking ball earlier in the game. Benitez hit Brandon Nicholson with a breaking ball, so similar situation. Now with one out and the Jackfish leading 2-1, they go back to the top of the lineup, and center fielder Noel McGarry-Doyle steps up to the plate, this time getting an opportunity to hit with a runner on base. First time he's had that chance today as he swings over the top of a fastball. And he's behind in the count, 0-1. No stolen bases on the season for Colley over there at first as he takes a short lead. Harford checks the runner at first. And the pitch to the lefty is inbound just outside. Count evens up at 1-1. In McGarry-Doyle's last time up, he hit a ball hard to right field that Nicholson got a tough read on, then tried to dive to make the play, but it skipped past him. Colley's running for second. The throw down from Cocker, and it is in time! Colley moving on the pitch, trying to pick up his first stolen base of the year, gets gunned down by Sam Cocker for the second out of the inning. So once again, the defense coming through here for the Jackfish, as it has all season long. And now it's a 1-2 count to McGarry-Doyle. He loops a ball to left field. Going back is the left fielder, Hunt. There, he's in, got it now. Makes the play to retire the side. Still 2-1, Welland leads it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the sixth we go. Brandon Nicholson, the right fielder, comes up to the plate to lead off the inning. Sam Cocker, the catcher and cleanup hitter, waiting on deck. And then the third baseman, Mattingly Romanen, to bat after him. First pitch of the inning to Brandon Nicholson, inside. Nicholson was hit earlier on in this game in his last at-bat back in the third inning. That one just missed him. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Next pitch is a breaking ball, just grazes the inside edge. And it's 1-1, and that's a tough spot for Nicholson. First pitch comes inside. Next one's a breaking ball that starts at his hip but bends right back over the plate. And this one comes inside, and it looked like a foul ball. The way that that one deflected away came in towards the hands of Nicholson, but evidently went off the knob of his bat. There's no argue from Nicholson, as now he fouls it away right side, onto the berm. And he stays alive at 1-2. That's one of those plays that if he was hit, you would see a visible reaction by him. So obviously the ball did go off his knob. Before the 1-2 pitch, Benitez looked like he was about to fire and then stepped off the mound, asked his catcher to go through the signs again. So now he's got one that he likes, and here comes the 1-2 to Nicholson, bounces in the dirt. And the count's even at 2-2. Both pitchers pitching well, as the Baycats bullpen just starting to get loose now. There is some movement down there. Benitez firing it in the dirt. And the count's 3-2. Benitez working a little bit slower here in this sixth inning than we've seen from him all game long, but he's ready to go out of the full windup. 3-2 pitch, topped on the ground, foul, left side. Down to the Jackfish dugout, and the count remains at 3-2. In Nicholson's first at-bat, he flew out into center field, but coming into this game hitting .406 on the year. Pitch is inside. He walked him. So the second time Nicholson gets on today without the benefit of a hit. And that'll bring up the catcher, Sam Cocker.
Number 16, Sam Cocker.
And now with Nicholson over there at first base, we know about the speed. Stole second and third base back in that third inning. 12 stolen bases on the year to lead the team. As he inches off of first, Cocker takes inside. And the count's 1-0. Jackfish have the lead, winning 2-1 right now. Romanen scored a run back in the second inning. And then after those two stolen bases from Nicholson, he came around to score. As Cocker takes low, it's ball two in the third inning. Off a base hit. RBI base hit by the man at the plate right now in Cocker. The Jackfish catcher is ahead in the count now, 2-0. As Benitez taking a while walking behind the mound, now he gets back on the rubber. Looks in for the sign. He's ready. As Nicholson keeps bouncing off of first base, this pitch is called a strike over the outside edge. Looks like it may have been off the plate outside, but got the call from home plate umpire Ben Mercier. So the count's now 2-1. Quick throw over to first base. Nicholson back standing up. On that previous pitch, it looked like Nicholson was trying to time out the delivery of Benitez. Looked like he really wanted to go as he continues to bounce off. This time he is running. Cocker fouls it away. He started to go towards second base, but then stopped when the pitch was about halfway towards the plate. So again, looking like he wants to run at first base, maybe just not getting as good of a read on the pitcher right now as he did back in that third inning. Next pitch to Cocker, swing and a miss on a high fastball. He gets the strikeout, and there's one gone. So now it's the third baseman, Mattingly Romanen. Get a shot here in the sixth inning as the Jackfish lead at 2-1. Brandon Nicholson walked to start the inning. He stands over there at first base. The third baseman, Brendan Cawley, playing on the edge of the grass right now with the number 5 hitter at the plate. Romanin swings and misses at a high fastball. And the count's 0-1. Benitez went right back to that bread and butter pitch. He got the strikeout of Cocker with the fastball up at the letters, and then the first pitch to Romanin was a fastball up at the letters. Same result, swing and a miss. This time Nicholson is running. The pitch is high. Throw down to second, not nearly in time. It skips in there. Got past the second baseman Jansen, but Carson Burns was right there to back up the play. So Nicholson's third stolen base of the game. 13th on the year. You could tell he wanted to run that entire at-bat where Cocker was at the dish. He finally went when Romanin's there. Now there's a runner at scoring position for Mattingly. Romanin swings and hits the ball to the shortstop. Burns, he picks it up. Nicholson's moving to third, and he gets caught in a rundown, slips and falls down. Now they're going to try to run him back to second. Nicholson still in a rundown, trying to get Romanin into second. He slides in there safely. So the ground ball to the shortstop, Carson Burns. And then Nicholson trying to move up to third base. And when you're a runner at second base, usually any ball to your right side, you're going to go back to second. That time he thought he could make it, but got in a rundown. Also, though, good base running by Nicholson after the fact. He knew he was going to be out. Stayed in that rundown long enough for the batter, Romanin, to get into second base. So now with 2 outs, it's Mateo Porcelato getting a shot with a runner in scoring position, and he grounds a ball down to first base, picked up by Odd, takes it to the bag himself, just beats him there to get out of the inning. Jackfish get 2 runners on second, but can't score them. It's still 2-1 Welland as we go to the 7th.
It's time for the CAA.
We're in the final third of this game now as we go to the 7th inning, and the left-handed hitting second baseman Owen Jansen leads off for the Baycats as they try to get something going here against Hartford, who's been cruising now after giving up that 1 run. Pitching well, misses inside to the leadoff man, and he's behind 1-0. James Anderson on deck, Adam Odd to follow him. Jansen playing in his second season with the Baycats as Hartford fires one down the middle. And the count's even now at 1-1. popped up to second base his first time up, and then with a runner at third in his last at-bat, popped a ball foul that Mattingly Romanen handled easily in foul territory, and the string gets pulled right there from Harford off speed. Had Jansen way out in front, and now he's ahead 1-2, and as the pitcher, you can kind of go either way here. He got the swing and a miss on a changeup. He could go back to the fastball or double up right here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It is a fastball, and it's bounced to third base. Backing up is Romanen. Fire it across the diamond. In time at first. Another great defensive play by a Jackfish defender. This time it's Mattingly Romanen. And there's one gone.
24, James Anderson.
The ball was bounced at home plate high in the air. Romanen had to back up and then fired a dart across the field that beat Jansen by half a step for the first out of the inning. Now it's James Anderson up, and he swings and misses at a ball at the letters. And the count's 0-1. Romanen, back in 2019, did a lot of catching for the Jackfish. But I remember talking to him before the home opener this year, saying that he was more of an infielder playing his whole career, so now in a very comfortable spot over there at third base as the ball's taken low. And the count's 1-1 with one out here in this seventh inning. Jackfish still clinging to a one-run lead. They lead it 2-1. The 1-1 pitch to Anderson, swing and a miss. Once again, a high fastball. And Harford's been able to live at the top of the zone with his fastball here, and the Baycat hitters have just not been able to catch up to it time and time again. Last time up, Anderson hit an RBI single into center field. Harford gets another swing and a miss. This time it's for a strikeout. And there's two gone. So that's the first time Anderson has fanned in the game. And there's two outs here in this seventh inning. And Harford continues to roll along as the Jackfish bullpen remains quiet. So now it's Adam Odd. Bounced into a double play his last time up. First pitch to Odd is a breaking ball, misses high and away. And it's 1-0. Harford has had success against Odd in this game, like he has against many of the Baycats hitters. Got him to strike out in his first time up. This time he cracks a ball into right field. Nicholson on the run. He looks up and it's gone. Adam Odd lines a ball over the right field fence and ties this game up at 2.
Catcher number 13.
The ball was scorched off the bat, and it definitely had the exit velocity. Didn't know if it was going to be high enough to be able to clear that wall just over the 335 sign in right field. But it just had enough juice on it to get over the wall and tie this game up as we play in the seventh inning. So now a 2-2 game as Marcel Lacasse, the catcher, comes up and takes a pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-1, and Harford was cruising right along before that home run. See if he can get it back going as the Jackfish bullpen still is quiet, even after the long ball. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Lacasse fouling it straight back. Coming in hot just over our heads. Got a couple flinches up here in the press box. Producer Brent having some flashbacks from last season. And the count's 0-2. Lacasse takes outside. Harford missed up and away. And it's now 1-2. just outside. Taking it was Lacasse, and Mercier's had a wide strike zone today. Surprised to see that one called a ball, but he did not get the strike, so it's 2-2 to the left-handed hitting catcher Lacasse. Here comes the 2-2 offering, bounced on the ground to the right side, diving over there is Porcelato, but he can't get a glove on it. It's a single through the hole into right field for Marcel Lacasse. So back-to-back hits now for the Baycats after the first two were retired quickly. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Mike DeWin. DeWin has struck out and flown out so far. He'll get a chance now to hit with a runner over there at first base. 2-2 is our score on that game-tying home run from Adam Odd. First pitch swing and a miss. And not a great swing either. And it's 0-1. You could see kind of wanted to hold off on that pitch. Just wasn't able to. Looked to be inside off the plate, but he got him to swing over the top of it. And now it's 0-1. Breaking ball just missing outside. And the count evens at 1-1. And now looking at the field, this game with a 6 o'clock start time, the shadows coming into effect as Harford, the pitcher, is standing out there in the sunlight. And the batter right now in DeWin standing in the shade as he bounces one up the third base line. They're going to let it roll foul. Smart defensive play by the catcher, Cocker, to let it roll. Also let his pitcher, Harford, know to let it go foul. Would have been a tough play if it stayed fair. So it's a strike on DeWin, and the count's 1-2. And with these shadows, sometimes it can be hard to pick up the breaking ball. That time he just got a little bouncing ball up the third base line. As Harford looks in for the sign, runner gets his lead off of first base. The 1-2 pitch from Harford, swing and a miss. He got the strikeout to end the inning. But the Baycats do get one and tie this game at 2 on a home run by the first baseman, Adam Odd. As the game is tied, as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
It's a big week.
Bottom of the 7th now. Brendan Lang here with you as designated hitter Matt Hildebrand steps up to the plate, the number 7 hitter, but getting a chance to lead off this 7th inning. Ethan Hunt, the left fielder, to bat next, and then Mike Wagner, the shortstop, due up after him. First pitch to Hildebrand is outside, and it's 1-0. That was the 90th pitch of the game from Juan Benitez, as both starting pitchers have made it into the 7th inning. Hartford through 7 as the ball's hit into left field. Going over is the left fielder DeWin. Still on the run. He looks up and it bangs off the wall. Hildebrand motoring around first base. He's going to get into second standing up with a leadoff double here in the 7th inning. Off the bat, it looked like it may find DeWin's glove out there in left field, but the ball kept carrying, and it finally got off the wall. Hildebrand, now out Hogan Brown, is going to come and pinch run. So Hildebrand leads off with a double, and he's going to be lifted for the pinch runner, Hogan Brown. Brown now standing out there at second base. 7 stolen bases on the year. And here's the number 8 hitter, Ethan Hunt, batting with nobody out. Tie game at 2. As he squares around a bunt and he gets it down up the first base line. Benitez off the mound, fields it, flips it underhand to first to get Ethan Hunt. But the sacrifice is successful, as Hogan Brown, the pinch runner, moves up to third base, and the Jackfish now with a runner just 90 feet away as they try to retake the lead after the Baycats hit a home run in the top half of this inning off the bat of Adam Odd. Their other run scored back in the 4th inning on a single by James Anderson. So runner at third base, infield in, as Mike Wagner, the left-handed hitter, steps up to the box, and he takes outside. The count's 1-0. First time we've seen the infield come in for the Baycats in this game, as they are going to try to cut down the run at the home, as the ball's bounced to shortstop. Burns bobbles it, then gloves it, throws it to first to record the out. So an unproductive out from Mike Wagner as he grounded it to shortstop. And we've seen it all year. This grass on the infield seems to eat up those ground balls. And that was no different right there. So the runner remains at third base in Hogan Brown. Hildebrand led off the inning with a double. Brown ran for him, got over there on a sacrifice bunt from Ethan Hunt. And now with 2 outs and a runner at third, it's going to be up to Gio Morello to drive him in as he squares around, bunts it foul down the third base line, and an interesting point of attack from the Jackfish center fielder. And I guess the thinking is, with the third baseman playing back and a lot of speed at the plate, if he can bunt and get on, he'll get the run home. But now he's behind in the count after he fouled it off. And it's 0-1 as Benitez wants a new baseball. So he's got a new ball now, pitching from the stretch with a runner at third base. Good speed over there at third. Won't matter too much now with 2 outs, though, as Morello tries to drive him in. Pitches outside and high. Great play behind the plate by Lacasse to get out of the crouch quickly and glove it down. Morello 0 for 3. He's got 6 RBIs on the season. Benitez pitch, swing and a miss from Morello. It was a high fastball. He swung through it, and the count is 1-2. Morello actually had a hit back in the first inning to center field. He led off the ball game with that hit, so check that. He's 1 for 3. Last time up, he lined out to left field. The 1-2 pitch in the air, center field. McGarry Doyle on the run. Still on the run. He lays out and he can't make the play. It's off his glove. Brown comes in to score. Morello motoring around second. He's going to get down, sliding into third, and he's safe. Gio Morello with a 2-out RBI triple. And the Jackfish regain the lead. It's 3-2. So after the RBI triple from Gio Morello, we're going to get a pitching change. As we'll be back, Jackfish lead at 3-2 as we play in the 7th. New pitcher into the game for the Baycats, Brandon Hilliard. First man out of the bullpen. Pitching in his fourth game of the season. He has registered a save. In his 3 games, he's pitched 3 innings total, so a 1-inning guy. He also has 3 strikeouts on the year. ERA sitting at 6. As he pitches with a runner at third base, Dupuis gets buzzed up and inside. As the crowd into it now, boos ringing out after the pitch came close to the head of Dupuis. But he's back in the box trying to drive in another run here in this 7th inning. He takes up high, and he's ahead in the count now, 2-0. For Morello over at third, that's his 7th RBI of the season and his biggest hit of the year so far. Just got it off the glove of the center fielder, McGarry Doyle. Dupuis swings and misses for the first strike. Counts 2-1. Dupuis has 6 RBIs on the year. He's 0 for 3s. Grounded into a double play, popped up to second base, and lined a ball into left field back in the 5th inning on a great defensive play. It was recorded and out. This time he slashes it into the gap into right field. Morello comes in to score. Dupuis motoring around first. He's going to throw on the brakes and go back to first base. Huge RBI 2-out hit, and the Jackfish lead it by 2. It's 4-2.
Right fielder number 13, Brandon.
And that's a great approach as he drives in his 7th run of the season. Just a great approach with 2 out, not trying to do too much. Got a pitch on the outer half, went with it, shot it into right field. Registering an RBI and another run for the Jackfish. And now he's on his way to second. The throw down, bounces in there, it's not in time, and it skips into center field. Dupuis up, he's not going to go anywhere, as he hangs on his 10th stolen base of the season. And now there's a runner in scoring position with Nicholson, their best RBI man, at the dish. Tied for the team lead with 10 RBIs. as this top of the lineup has been swinging it early on this year, playing in their 8th game of the season, trying to maintain their undefeated home record, trying to get them to 5-0 at home here at Welland Stadium. Dupuis bouncing off of second base. Hillier concerned with him. And he turns around right after he turned his head and looked back to the plate. Dupuis bounces off of second again. Taking his lead, Hillier delivers to the plate. Nicholson takes high, and it's 2-0. And I've talked about it a lot. When you have speed on the bases, you can see his attention is divided right now, and he's missed twice to Nicholson. Continues to stare back at the runner at second base. And if you're Nicholson, this is exactly what you want. One of the best hitters on this team, and the pitcher's not fully focused on getting you out. Hillier again, a look at second. Pitch inside, on the inside corner. Strike one, looked like it was a little bit inside. Nicholson had to turn away from it. Still called a strike on the inside corner by home plate umpire Ben Mercier. And now Nicholson waiting again, stepping off is Hillier as he continues to be concerned with that runner out there at second base. And with 2 outs in the inning, I don't understand this. You got to get the hitter. Pitch to Nicholson is outside. Corralled behind the plate by Lacasse. A huge play, and the ball gets off of the pitcher, Hillier, but doesn't go far enough for Dupuis to move up. It's a 3-1 count to Nicholson. And that's a huge defensive play right there to not allow the runner to move up another 90 feet. It's a few times today Lacasse has had to reach all the way across his body to make a play. Pitch to Nicholson, misses outside. He walked him. So he goes down to first base, and the catcher, Sam Cocker, gets a shot with 2 runners on and 2 away. So Nicholson on base for a 3rd time today. He flew out to center field back in the 1st inning and then hit by a pitch in the 3rd, walked in the 6th, walks again here in the 7th. And their double steal is on. They're going to throw it into second, slide in there, and he's out at second base. A perfect throw from the catcher, Marcel Lacasse. Nicholson over at second base arguing with the umpire, Scott Costello. But nothing will come of it. So a caught stealing to end the inning. The Jackfish do score 2, though. They lead it 4-2 as we go to the 8th. Eighth inning we go. Jackfish leading it 4-2. Jake Harford still on the mound as there is some movement now down in that Jackfish bullpen. But Harford continues to pitch well, and the ball skied in the air left field. Hunt coming in, now stopping, makes the play. Quickly one out in this eighth inning.
The DH, number 5, Mike Tichetto.
So that's Carson Burns flying out to left field. Mike Tichetto, the DH, comes up now. Still looking for his first hit of the season. Lined out to second base in his last time on a great defensive play by the Jackfish second baseman, Tyler Dupuis. First pitch to Tichetto up high. And it's 1-0. That quick out here in this eighth inning is huge for the starter Harford. Getting deep into this game now, being able to get those one-pitch outs will be great going forward as the ball's fouled away. It's 1-1 now. He has been efficient, though, in this outing. As now there is movement down in that Jackfish bullpen. 1-1 count to Tichetto, one away. Jackfish lead at 4-2. The 1-1 pitch to Tichetto, inside corner strike. And it's 1-2. Tichetto wasn't happy, but that's that exact same pitch that was called on Nicholson. In the last inning. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball popped up on the infield. In foul territory, Cocker calling everybody off, makes the play, and there's two gone.
Third baseman, number 17, Brendan Colley.
So even here in this eighth inning, that was the third at-bat from Tichetto. Now Brendan Colley's going to get his third opportunity. Not a lot of hard contact off of Harford. First out was a lazy fly ball to left field, and then that time it was popped up to the catcher Cocker behind the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball that gets away from Harford. Sails over the head of the hitter, Colley. As the count's 1-0. Defense playing straight up with two outs. Jackfish leading it 4-2. Pitch from Harford right at the knees. That's a strike. And it's 1-1. One count, two away. Harford delivers the pitch, breaking ball, misses down low. And it's 2-1 in that Jackfish bullpen. It's Wyatt Hummel starting to throw down there. But Harford still throwing the ball well here in his eighth inning of work. The next pitch right at the knees once again. And the count's 2-2, and that's that exact same spot. Twice he's gotten the strike call. At the knees. Great job by his catcher Cocker to frame that pitch up as well. And now he's got two strikes on the number 9 hitter. Here comes the 2-2 fastball. Bounced on the ground to the shortstop Wagner. He gloves it waist high, firing across the field. It's in time. Harford's out of the eighth inning unscathed. And the Jackfish still lead at 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the eighth here at Welland Stadium. Bottom of the 8th inning now, catcher Sam Cocker up to the plate to face off against the new pitcher into the game for the Baycats. It's Evan Souls. So I'll tell you more about him after this first pitch breaking ball that bounces in the dirt. It's ball 1 to Cocker. The Stayner, Ontario native, playing in his second season with the Baycats, pitching out of the full windup, breaking ball just in there for strike 1. This is his third game of the season, all relief appearances, but he has pitched 8 innings, so a guy that can cover multiple innings out of the bullpen. Next pitch to Cocker, swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Through those 3 games, he has a 1.12 ERA, 6 strikeouts. He's also walked 3 batters. As Cocker tries to get on to start this 8th inning for the Jackfish as he takes up high and inside. And the count evens up at 2-2. On deck right now is the first baseman as Cocker fouls a ball high in the air. Going over is the catcher into foul territory, and he can't make the play. Marcel Lacoste slid to try to catch that ball, but it just landed foul. And now Cocker's going to get another opportunity. On deck is Mateo Porcelato. Matt Hildebrandt was lifted for a pinch runner, so his DH spot is due up. Hogan Brown was the runner, so we'll see if he stays in the game to hit third in this inning. Pitch from Evan Souls drifts outside, and the count's 3-2. Let me correct myself. He would be batting 4th in this inning. It's Mattingly Romanen that stands on deck. 4-2 game, Jackfish lead it. And here comes the full count pitch. Down low, that's ball 4. Cocker gets on to start the inning. Huge to get a base runner on. See if they can extend that lead a little more. Just up by 2 right now in this well-pitched game from both sides. Benitez had a good start for the Baycats. Harford, an even better start for the Jackfish, as he's still in this game, presumably going into the 9th. But now it's the catcher Sam Cocker over at first base. And it's Mattingly Romanen standing in at the dish. Long look over there at first. First pitch to Romanen just misses outside. And it's 1-0. Romanen hit into a fielder's choice his last time up, but got into second as Nicholson was in a rundown. He was retired, but allowed Romanen to get into scoring position. Now a throw over to first. Cocker in there safely as the count remains 1-0 to the right-handed batter, Romanen. Now Mateo Porcelato waits on deck. Next pitch to Romanen, swung on and missed. And the count's 1-1. Souls making his 4th appearance on the year. In their 8th game of the season, Jackfish lead at 4-2. Cocker, good size lead off first. Romanen squares around a bunt, but he pulls the bat back as that was a breaking ball that bounced in the dirt. Good recognition from the hitter Romanen to be able to pull that bat back before offering at a ball that was clearly out of the strike zone. And that's the most important thing about bunting, is that you're able to bunt a strike, as they do check over at first base with the first base umpire, Chris Walters. But he did pull the bat back. So it's 2-1 now. Romanen ahead in the count with Cocker standing at first base. Jackfish lead at 4-2. Pitch to Romanen, fouled away. First base side. Cocker was on the move. He's got to go back to first base now as the count evens up at 2-2. The shadows now not as much of an effect. Still a little bit of sun out there on the mound, but not like it was earlier on, where the entire pitcher was in the sunlight as the throw over to first. Cocker gets back easily, and the entire hitter was standing in the shade. Souls comes set, now pitching out of the stretch with a runner at first. Romanen rifles it back up the middle into center field. McGarry Doyle right there, barely has to move to record the out. Cocker back to first. Romanen hit it on the screws, but right at the center fielder. So there's one gone for the first baseman, Mateo Porcelato.
Number 10, Mateo Porcelato.
Porcelato playing in his first game here at Welland Stadium. Had an RBI his first time up back in the second inning. Another chance to hit with a runner on base as he fouls it straight back. The first offering from Souls to Porcelato was a fastball, and it looked like he was right on it. Just not quite able to put it in play. And he's behind 0-1 with one gone in this inning on that line out to center field by Romanen. Left-handed hitting Porcelato takes outside. And the count's 1-1. Defense playing in double play depth right now for the Baycats, both the shortstop and second baseman. Close to the second base bag as the ball slashed away, foul into the seats. A souvenir down there. And a foul and a strike at the plate. And the count's now 1-2. Porcelato waits. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking ball. And there's two gone now as Hogan Brown's going to get his first opportunity at the dish.
Number 24, Hogan Brown.
So Porcelato strikes out on a pitch that was in the dirt. And now Hogan Brown, who came off the bench to run for Matt Hildebrand after the designated hitter hit a double into center field, now gets a chance to hit the left-handed hitting Brown. Awaiting the first pitch from Souls, and he takes up high above the letters. That's ball one. Brown hitting 172 on the year. Has not driven in a run yet. Batting now with a runner at first base, takes high and outside. And the count moves now to 2-0. Souls missing the zone a little bit here in this inning, but has made the big pitch when he has to. As there's two out, this pitch is down low, and it's 3-0 to Hogan Brown. Ethan Hunt waits on deck. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Souls comes set on the mound. Checks the runner at first, and the 3-0 pitch. High, it's ball four. So Brown, in his first at-bat of the game, picks up the walk. And it's going to be Ethan Hunt with a chance with two out. And now a runner in scoring position.
25, Ethan Hunt.
So two runners on now. The runner at second is Sam Cocker. The runner at first is Hogan Brown. Both getting on via the walk here in this eighth inning. Now we'll see if they can come up with a big two-out hit from the third baseman, or the left fielder, excuse me, Ethan Hunt. Hunt playing in left field for the first time this season, with Mattingly Romanen back in the lineup at third base. The 0-1 offering breaking ball slipped out of his hand, right over the head of the hitter Hunt, and you could see after Souls released that ball, he looked down at his fingers, seeing if he could get a better grip on that baseball. So it's a 1-1 count now. Pitch to Hunt, hit in the air, right field, but that ball's going to get well foul. Onto the berm out there in right field. And the count is now 1-2. Hunt does have 5 RBIs on the year. Also has a home run this season. but just looking to get a hit and drive in another runs for some more insurance before the Jackfish go to the ninth inning. Here comes the 1-2 pitch outside. Bounce in the dirt. It gets past Lacasse. Both runners are going to move up. So the first time today that a ball has gotten past Marcel Lacasse, he's had a great game behind the plate. That pitch was a breaking ball that was just too far outside. It bounced in the dirt. And both runners advance. Now 2 runners in scoring position. It's Cocker 90 feet away at third base. And it's Hogan Brown at second. Hunt now looking to drive in a couple. The 2-2. Right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Cocker's in to score. Brown's being waved around third. He comes in to score as well. A 2-out, 2 RBI single for Ethan Hunt. And the Jackfish lead it 6-2. A huge hit for Ethan Hunt. His 6th and 7th RBIs of the season. And now the number 9 hitter, Mike Wagner, at the plate, takes at the knees for strike 1. And that wild pitch directly coming into play. That single probably only scores 1 run if the runners don't advance. Now a fly ball to left field. Moving over is the left fielder to win. He's there to make the catch, but the Jackfish do score twice. They lead it 6-2 as we go to the 9th. Ninth inning we go. It's closing time here at the Pond. Top of the lineup for the Baycats. 1-2-3, Noel McGarry Doyle, Owen Jansen, and James Anderson. The batters in this 9th inning as the starting pitcher Jake Harford continues to throw out there on the mound for the Jackfish. First pitch outside to the Baycats center fielder. And the count's 1-0. Jackfish lead at 6-2. Playing in this 9th inning. That was the 108th pitch from Harford in this game. Next pitch over the inside corner. It's strike 1. 1-1 count as Harford will try to get through this game. 1-1 count to the center fielder, and the pitch in the air left field, moving into foul territory now, and that ball will drop in foul territory, just behind the Jackfish bullpen. Count moves now to 1-2. Wyatt Hummel was up and throwing in the Welland pen last inning, but he has sat down. And I think that has to do a lot with the Jackfish getting some insurance runs as well. That allows manager Brian Essery to have some leeway here with his starting pitcher as he misses high and away. Count evens out at 2-2. McGarry Doyle flew out to left field in his last at-bat. And here comes the 2-2. Fouled away off the screen. And the count remains at 2-2. The field almost now completely covered by shade. Still a little bit of sunlight out there in right field and in center field, but turned out to be a great night for baseball here on a Saturday night in Welland. Counts even at 2, and here comes the offering from Hartford. Swing and a miss. McGarry Doyle goes down swinging, and there's one gone here in the ninth. So that'll bring up Owen Jansen in his fourth opportunity as he bats in the ninth. He's 0 for 3 so far, popped up to second base in his first at-bat. Popped up into foul territory to third base his second time up. And then last time grounded out to third base, and this time he shoots a ball to second. It bounces off the glove of Dupuis. He stays with it and makes the play. The ball took a funny hop there off the dirt as Tyler Dupuis charged in. It bounced off his forearm, but he kept the play in front of him and got the ball over there to first base to Porcelato before Jansen could get there. So there's 2 gone now with the number 3 hitter, James Anderson, coming up to the plate. First pitch from Hartford, breaking ball on the outside corner. It's strike 1. Anderson had an RBI single back in the 4th inning for the Baycats. It was their first run of the game, and he swings and misses at a high fastball. And it's now 0-2. Crowd into it now, some fans standing up as the Baycats are down to their final strike here in this 9th inning. Here comes the 0-2 from Hartford, just inside. Ball is called by home plate umpire Ben Mercier. And it looked like the entire Jackfish team was coming off the field. They thought they'd won it. But Hartford's got to do it again. The 1-2 pitch on the way, inside, just missed him. And it's 2-2 to James Anderson. Waiting on deck if Anderson can reach is Adam Odd. His last time up, he hit a home run to right field. Hartford trying to end the ball game and leave him on deck. The 2-2 pitch, fouled straight back over our heads into the parking lot. And the count's now 2-2, no runners on base. Jackfish defense playing straight up to the Baycats right fielder Anderson. Has 2 RBIs on the year. Righty on righty. And the 2-2 from Hartford fouled away. Count remains at 2-2, and you got to credit the hitter Anderson here, putting up a good fight. Down 6-2 in the 9th as Hartford tries to finish off a complete game. Not going down easily. He's taken some tough pitches. He's fouled off some tough pitches. And he's even in the count right now at 2-2. Baycats still down to their final strike here tonight. The 2-2 from Hartford. Breaking ball just down low. Missed below the knees. And it's 3-2 as this at-bat from Anderson continues. With 2 outs. The full count offering. Fastball in the air, center field. Morello going over now. The right fielder Nicholson's there, and he makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Jackfish win it 6-2. and maintain their undefeated streak here at home as they move to 5-0 here at the Pond. And an absolute gem of a start turned in by Jake Harford, going a complete game, giving up just 2 runs. The Jackfish offense did just enough, scoring 6 times. And the Jackfish win it 6-2. So the Jackfish move that home record to 5-0. Their overall record goes to 7-1 as they continue to sit up at the top of the IBL standings. For the Barrie Baycats, they moved to 2-2 on the, or they moved to 1-3, excuse me, on the road. Their overall record now sitting at 4-4. They are 500 on the season. So a huge win there for the Jackfish. Jake Harford, complete game. He gets the win, and the Jackfish win it 6-2. Thank you everyone for coming along. From everyone here at the Welland Jackfish, for producer Brent,